beste visvrienden. We zijn hier vandaag te Sint-Katelijne-Waver bij de sportvissers met niemand minder dan Des Shipp naast mij. Welkom Des.
Thank you, Peter. Hello everybody.
Hij is op roadtrip en vandaag is hij in België en had graag eens gezien hoe wij de visserij hier in België aanpakken, voornamelijk dan op de karpervisserij. En ik denk dat hier bij de sportvissers wel een unieke plek is om die ervaring mee te nemen en met wat tips en tricks die we vandaag gaan bijbrengen hoe wij hier in België onze karpervisserij doen. Kwestie van aas, elastiek, de juiste montage. Het is natuurlijk altijd een ander water tegenover in Engeland, dus daarom is hij vandaag hier in België. En we gaan hem vandaag wat ondersteunen, dus we hopen er een leuke dag van te maken. En ik hoop voor hem ook. Dus Des, what do you think from the lake?
Well, we arrived yesterday, Peter, and many fish. Amazing on very shallow in the water, the
Exactly.
surfaces, and fish from this big to this big. Lots and lots of fish. So first impressions are we're going to have a lot of fish, and hopefully, apart from the couscous, which which in England we never fish with this.
No.
Never. And but it looks very nice. Smells a bit like bread, like crumb.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously it's very new for me. I might start eating it. I don't know. But normally for me, I have some hemp. I have some pellets. I've even brought some luncheon meat, which is some that I don't think any of you guys actually use in Belgium.
Nou,
But
dit is dan weer iets totaal nieuws voor ons, dus wij kunnen van hem iets leren, hij misschien van ons, dus ja, fishing with meat.
maybe no good at
I'm
all.
surprised.
I'm not sure, but in England, meat is very good for carp and bream. So I'm really looking forward to it. I've brought the same gear, which is probably what you use in Belgium. So
Yeah.
17 Dura slip. I've also got some 15, some 13s. I don't know yet how hard they're going to fight. Hook lengths, KKMB 6 inches, which is obviously in there, which is the same sort of gear as I use back home
Yeah.
for like hair rigging pellets. And I think personally, Peter, talking to you, you obviously fish it a little bit, and there's going to be lots of pellet fishing, which to be honest, for me, makes it very simple because I do a lot of that in the UK. If I need to, I will do some expanders because sometimes big expanders can be really good. But I'm looking forward to it. What a great start to the trip, coming to a beautiful lake like this, which is absolutely stuffed with carp.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be really good.
Dus mensen, we gaan het zien hoe de dag gaat verlopen. Je zal ons nog regelmatig zien met enkele korte filmpjes en shoots en hoe de visvangst Des gaat ervaren. En we hopen op massavis vandaag, zowel bovenop als in de kantvisserij. Dus, en zoals Des al zei, hij gaat vooral de pelletvisserij doen, maar natuurlijk ook met onze couscous die we voornamelijk gaan gebruiken in de kant, in de edge. En shallow, ja, zoals Des het zegt, hij zal met de pellet gaan. En, uniek denk ik hier in België, hij gaat proberen met de meatvisserij doen. Iets wat voor ons minder bekend is hier in België. Dus we hopen en we zien wat het gaat geven. Dus, I will say very good luck, Des.
Well, thank you very much, Peter. I'm looking forward to it, and plenty of suntan lotion
Yeah.
on because it's very hot. So yeah, we'll have a great day, and thank you for coming in and supporting us on the bank.
No problem. Good luck.
Thank you. Got another one on now, not the biggest ones that I've been catching. I actually started short on hard pellet, real short line between me float and me elastic. I'm using a little margin pole at the moment because I'm only fishing short. Caught some nice fish long up in the water, just feeding 4 mils with a 6 mil hard pellet. But the fishing is exceptional. I'm not messing around, I've got some quite thick elastic in. This is 19 Jura in here, because obviously there's lots and lots of fish and they're scrapping really hard. Got a 4B14, one of my favourite floats I use back home all the time, which is called an inline diamond. Mega, mega strong. Look at the condition of the fish in here. Absolutely immaculate. Look at that. Beautiful Belgian carp. Got a 16 km hook on, just with a medium band. And I'm just trying to sort of go between trying to get away with feeding just 6 mil pellets, but I'm also introducing a few 4 mils as well, just to see what's better. And I'll just band in the pellet like that. Simple rig, little bulk, 2 number 9 droppers, 019 main line, power line, and a 017 hook length. Just standard stuff, which is what I would be using back home. Just using one of these little European edge poles. Absolutely solid as a rock. I'm just dropping me pellets, just a little bit short of me float at the moment. Just lowering it down like that and trying to keep everything dead tight, so I don't even really need to strike. When there's a lot of fish in your peg, I just try and keep the line as tight as I can to the float like that. Just wait for the bite. It's like they're off the bottom, like this off the bottom, but you wouldn't catch them off the bottom like that. You have to fish on the bottom and just keep lifting and dropping your bait like that. But it's great fishing. The condition of the fish obviously make it that much more enjoyable. Oh, that's a lovely bite then. So they sort of reject the pellet really, really quickly. So just a few more 6 mils. I'm trying to chuck them just like 18 inches short of the float. So where I'm actually fishing, there's only one bait, which is my hook bait. And that normally stops you foul looking fish, or it definitely helps, especially when you're fishing on the bottom. That's why I'm trying to feed 6 mils, just trying to keep everything down. See if I can get another one for the camera. Oh, the tiny little dinks like that. There might be some little baby carp as well. Just trying to, there we go. I said that 19. No problem with these fish. Look at that, beautiful fishing. So once I played or playing that one, just throw a few pellets in. Even if it's slightly short of where you're fishing, don't worry, it's just to get a little bit of bait in your peg. I got my side puller as well if I want that, but with this elastic, really, there's enough tension, probably just to play these carp without even using it. It's probably about just over 2 meters deep, one fish in. It's a little bit more out, a little bit more elastic out. Slightly bigger this one. It's giving a right good scrap up, this one is. I always try and keep the top kit low like that. If it starts spinning off, you can just let the elastic go through your fingers again. Oh yeah, beautiful fish that. Look at him. Beautiful Belgian carp. I wouldn't mind taking a few of these home to some of the fisheries I fish in the UK. Perfectly hooked. Said nice simple fishing really. Normal, you know, exactly the same as what I would be doing back home. Look at him. Probably getting on for 3 kilo. Stunning fish. Let's get him back.
Zo visvrienden, we hebben Des een tijdje alleen gelaten. Hij heeft zo een uurtje of 2, 3 op zijn eigen kunnen vissen. Hij heeft zelf liggen experimenteren hoe hij op dit water zijn visserij kan toepassen of aanpassen. Dus we gaan hem nu even vragen hoe het is verlopen tijdens deze sessie van een uurtje of 2, 3. En zoals u ziet is hij momenteel in de kan bezig met de Euro XS 6 meter. En Des, how was the fishing for the last 2 hours?
The fishing's been really, really good, Peter. I mean, we've had some big fish, plenty of fish. The fishing's been fantastic, and the quality of fish have been amazing. I mean, every single fish is like brand new, really.
Thank you.
Which is awesome for a venue like this. And you know, we caught some fish shallow with hard pellets, but they did fade away. You could tell it was a bit more difficult, and obviously, I think the fish have actually, even where we've been loose feeding pellets with a catapult, you could see the bubbles coming up.
Yeah.
I think the fish have gone down the bottom. And at the moment, I'm just fishing short, obviously with this little edge pole. And I've been experimenting between fishing with pellets, but also with corn as well, corn and hemp. And speaking to you, it's probably not the sort of thing that they do here that often.
Most of the people fishing with pellets, yes.
Yeah, but I think the fish are in a mood, they're in a funny mood. where it's fizzing, there's quite a lot of bubbles.
Yeah.
And normally when that happens, they're more difficult to catch. And that's what's happened today. But you can probably tell I'm fishing a really, really short line.
Yeah.
I'm fishing with a bit of corn on the hook. There is an odd small carp, but there's a lot of sort of 2 to 3 kilo carp as well. And I've been using the big pot and just potting in quite an amount of bait rather than a cad pot, just to try it, just to sort of try and see what's the best.
What the difference is.
The difference is, yeah. And corn like that.
Yeah. That's a nice one.
Lovely bite. Fishing, heavy elastic.
Yeah.
19 Dura slip.
And do you like the new pole?
It's beautiful. It's absolutely, it's so strong.
Yeah.
Mega strong. When you actually play it on the top kit like that, you just think you can pull a bus along with it,
Most of the people here in Belgium, especially this lake, in the edge or on a top set.
That's all you need.
All you need is.
Yeah. Same, you get all the roller pullers and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're lovely fish.
And you're fishing with a hybrid elastic?
It's 19 Dura slip, that is, yeah. In the UK, really, that's like, it's not normal. We fish a bit lighter than that because obviously a lot of our venues we have bream, F1s, all together. Where this is like a carp lake. So if I was coming here all the time, this would probably be, in a lot of my top kits. Where in the UK, this is sort of an extreme elastic. But I know in Belgium, this is normal. Yeah. So it's slightly different.
And the main line you're fishing, it's
019 power line.
Power line, yeah.
Yeah, and 017 bottom, and I got a size 12 XSH. So it's not
strong hook.
Yeah, strong hook, nice hooks.
Perfect. Nice fish.
Perfect for them fish.
Woo!
That's a sort of normal stamp.
Yeah.
They're absolutely beautiful fish, well hooked.
Zoals u ziet mensen, hij kan zijn draai hier wel vinden, dus prachtige vis van een kilootje of 3.
They don't look very heavy, Peter, but
nice fish.
They're absolutely beautiful, aren't they?
6 pounds.
Lovely Belgian carp. Yeah, probably 6 pounds.
Yep.
So I'll just run you through, just hooking the corn, just keeping everything nice and simple. Really, I've got me bulk.
Can we see the rig?
So I've got 2 number 9 shot on there and a bulk of number 9 shot, but I've brought everything so it's quite close to the hook.
Yeah.
And that's to keep everything tight from my float to the hook. So when you get a bite like that, you can just lift. And I'm fishing a really, really short line.
Yeah.
Literally, what's that? I've got a little tape there. Let's get that. So it's like 3 inches.
Yeah.
So it's enough to keep everything nice and tight. So you get them bites, you just literally just lift.
Yeah.
You don't even have to strike.
No.
If you strike, you've got bigger chance of actually hooking the fish in the side.
Ja. Zoals u ziet mensen, hij vist met een heel korte opslag om zijn vis zo snel mogelijk contact te hebben bij de minste aanbeet die hij krijgt. Dus dit zijn van die kleine dingetjes die het vissen iets makkelijker maakt. Hij vist met een onderlijntje van 15 centimeter en daarboven heeft hij 2 verklikloodjes hangen. En dan het bulklood staat dan een 15 centimeter boven zijn onderlijn. Dus alles goed bijeengepakt om zo snel mogelijk contact te hebben met de vis en zo weinig mogelijk valse beten te krijgen. En qua dobber, we zullen eens horen, en de float.
It's an inline diamond. That to me is one of the best floats ever made for doing this style of fishing. You cannot break them, Peter. They are so strong. The line goes through the body so it doesn't damage the body at all. They're just a great all-round float for carp fishing, whether you're fishing with pellets, corn.
The bristle is also
it's
very
2 mil, so it's nice and thick.
Yeah.
Just one thing about the corn, all I'm doing with the corn, because I get asked a lot in the UK, how do you work your corn? Because I'm catching lots of fish, I literally just hook it like that. So there's lots of hooks showing.
Yeah.
And then obviously I'm not striking, so I just lift.
Yeah.
And then obviously the hook just goes into the fish. So whilst you're saying that, I'll see if I can hook another one.
Ja.
Because I am enjoying
Ook niet
this.
onbelangrijk, zoals jullie hebben gezien, hoe hij zijn maïs haakte. Hij zorgt ervoor dat het haakpunt terug heel ver uit de maïs komt. Dus heb je veel meer prikvermogen. tegen dat de haak in de maïs zit, moet je altijd steeds je haak zetten. Hij doet het soort liftingsysteem waar de vis feitelijk zich eigenbenaar vasttrekt. En dit is zo efficiënt, zeker als het moeilijkere visserij is zoals nu, want normaal bijt de vis veel beter, maar vandaag is het echt een moeilijke dag. Dus voor Des ook is het zoeken wat de beste manier is. Ik denk dat hij daar vrij goed in lukt. En hij is dus overgeschakeld van pellets nu op hemp en maïs. En hij is korter gekomen in de kant.
It's like in the where I fish a lot in my venues. It depends on the day. Sometimes you want to throw bait. Throwing bait is amazing, but today the fish, they come into your peg, but they're this far off the bottom, and they're very tricky to catch. So it's like you've got to pot everything in, be a bit more patient, you know. Yeah. If you throw your bait, you get a lot of fish in your peg, but you don't catch. You end up getting lots of liners. You foul look the fish. So it is one of them days today. Maybe tomorrow it may be different, but today it is a tricky day. There's lots of bubbles coming off the bottom from the fish, and it's the same back home. When you go to a venue and you get lots of bubbles, they're tricky to catch, you know. And that's like today. It seems to be like that. I noticed it this morning when we started fishing. As soon as you started feeding pellets, there was lots of bubbles. Yeah. And I know inside you think you've got to be careful. It's no problem fishing shallow. It's when you go down. So it is going to be, look at that. Ooh. There's only a baby one, Peter.
Yeah. And sometimes you must choose by using a big pot or a cupping pot on your pot.
Yeah, I'm going between the two really. I've got a big pot in there. I mean, in a minute, I'll probably put like a pot on like that, which is a reasonable sized pot. And then just go between the big pot and that pot. Just getting plenty of corn in there. Like that. It's like, in the UK sometimes you have to feed a lot of bait. A lot of bait. When the fish aren't really feeding that heavily, you need to feed a lot more bait to catch the fish. And then other days, you can catch a massive weight of fish by feeding very little. Yeah. It's amazing. Which you would think it would be the opposite. So let's try it with that pot. It's nice though, it's nice to come to a venue like this, and it is very similar to where I fish back home. You see that bite immediately then? Yeah. And you see the bubbles? Yeah. Immediately.
Zoals Des zegt, hij heeft begonnen ook in de kant en hij heeft zijn pellets gesmeten, getrouwd dus, waar hij veel zwemmers mee krijgt, valse beten. En dan is hij overgeschakeld op hemp met maïs, maar wel gekupt, dus meer centraler dat de vis beter op je plek komt. En nu is hij overgeschakeld op een klein kuppingpotje, waardoor je nog juister je aas kan brengen op de bodem. En nu hopelijk op meer en mooiere vis. En natuurlijk de temperaturen van de laatste dagen, de schommelingen en dan de hitte die er nu momenteel is. Het is bijna 30 graden hier. We hebben zelfs normaal gezien vissen we met de pompen op voor zuurstof voor de vis, maar dit is dus onmogelijk naar het filmen toe ook.
That's a proper one.
En kijk.
That's where this little pole comes into, you know what I mean? Like mega strong.
I think you're gonna get some home from the UK?
Yeah, maybe. For the bigger fish?
Yeah.
That's a good fish, that. The elastic is really strong, but it's nice as well. It's not overly powered.
And you have the control.
You have the control to stop the fish. Yeah, look at that. They do fight well in here in this venue. Really good scrap. I think you have to feed a pot like that every single fish.
Every single fish, yeah.
If you don't get a bite within like 3 minutes, you'd have to put some more in. If I was coming here again, this bucket I think would have a lot of corn in and the bigger pots.
Ja. Prachtige neefsoftpotjes. Deze zijn zelfs gemaakt voor eventueel met paste, want ze hebben een extra groot gat die je extreem ver op je stok kunt schuiven voor met paste te vissen.
Do they fish a lot of paste on this water, Peter?
Some guys, they only bring paste.
Lovely. Only.
Kijk eens jongens, prachtige vis. Ik denk...
Yeah, that's the ones we want,
ja,
Peter.
ja. Deze zorgen dat de netjes snel gevuld zijn. Wow. Prachtige schub. Probably 7, 8 pounds?
Yeah, 8
more?
pounds, maybe 9 pounds. Let's get it.
Een goede 4 tot 5 kilo. Prachtige vis. Kijk eens jongens.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Lovely Belgian carp. And we're not, obviously we're not using keep nets today because it's so hot.
Ja, zoals Des zegt, deze temperaturen, speciaal voor het filmen, hebben we geen leefnetten gebruikt. Gewoon al maar voor de gezondheid van de vis zo lang mogelijk gezond te houden, want daar doen we toch tenslotte voor. Dus hij gaat nu terug weer een klein potje geven.
I think you could probably go through a lot of corn. That's quite a big pot, that.
Ja, hij heeft er straks een grote kuip gezet met hemp en korn en nu doet hij enkel nog korn. Of maïs in het Vlaams. Trouwens, excuseer voor mijn Engels, het is niet altijd perfect, maar we verstaan elkaar. We understood each other. Eh?
We understood each other very well, Peter. Peter speaks a very, very good, much better than my Belgian. And the amazing thing is, it's so very similar to, like I said, some of the lakes I fish back home, where you sit there and you do not get a bite, and then you bring your pot back, you feed with your pot, and immediately it starts blowing, the bubbles. It's like the fish are there, but unless you feed constantly, you don't catch. You have to have the bubbles to catch a fish.
Yeah. Oh, straight ahead, yeah.
So nice fishing with a little margin pole.
Yeah. And on a venue, on a match, it's really necessary to fish in the edge for
later.
Later
I've got my couscous ready.
Yeah.
I've never fished with couscous before, but I will give it a go. I will take your advice, Peter. Yeah. But it's come off. What a gutter! That was a big fish as well. That. If that had been a match, this rig would have been tangled. But because I'm pleasure fishing, I'm fishing immediately. So try and get the big piece of maize in there, like that. Put a bit of hemp in this time. So I'm going to put some hemp in the bottom.
Do you sometimes double maize or?
Yeah, sometimes I'll fish. I might just put corn in and a little bit of hemp. Sometimes I'll just feed the corn.
Yeah.
The hemp's a real good. As we all know, hemp is a fantastic bait to actually keep the fish sort of rooting around.
Ja, Des houdt van het aas als hemp, zeker voor om te voederen, omdat dat echt veel de vis aantrekt en ook mooi op je plek houdt. Dus en dit in combinatie met de maïs en dan de maïs aan de haak. En zoals u ziet, hij krijgt soms regelmatig mooie beten, maar het is vandaag echt een moeilijke visserij. En wat vandaag soms moeilijk is, gaat morgen heel gemakkelijk. En dat maakt het net zo het leuke aan het vissen, dat het niet iedere dag hetzelfde is. En dat ook zo'n jongens als Des moeten zoeken wat de juiste manier is om deze dag de netjes vol te krijgen met schitterende vis.
Unfortunately, the luncheon meat never worked either, Peter.
No?
My luncheon meat, no, not very good.
I catch one on the
I
meat.
catch one
yeah.
on meat, but not enough.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
But you see it, the fish is over there, but not on the bottom, I think.
No.
So
Look at that.
It's,
There's a lot of fish.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of fish swimming around. You know, off the bottom. There you go, little one again.
yeah.
I think when they're there, there's no big fish.
En ook als het, ik weet niet of het jullie is opgemerkt, maar Des slaat bijna nooit hard aan. De vis hakt bijna zijn eigen zelf en dat zorgt ervoor ook, de andere vissen worden niet afgeschrikt door een aanbeet. Dus you don't scare the fish because you don't hit.
No, everything is very, very easy. You know, no strike.
Yeah.
So just corn this time. I said there's no bubbles again.
Yeah.
When you bubble, you catch a big fish.
Ja.
More bubbles
Now you have bubbles, yes.
So hopefully we will catch a nice carp.
En hij vist momenteel op een afstand van 6 meter met de edge. Deze hengel is verkrijgbaar in 2 versies, zowel de 6 meter als de 4,50 meter. En hij past volledig op de volledige XS-reeks, zoals de 800, de 400, de 600 en de 1000. Dus moest je met deze hengel bezig zijn en je hebt ook nog je andere hengel achter jou liggen, kan je nog altijd bijsteken om de vis verder af te drillen op een grotere afstand. Maar voor de kantvisserij hoef je niet je duurdere of je langere hengel te gebruiken. Deze XS Edge is daar ideaal voor en zelfs tot op 6 meter. Zelfs de extensions die op de XS-reeks steken, passen ook nog op deze hengel. Dus hij is een mooie aanvulling op de Eurocarp-hengels die momenteel aanwezig zijn. Dus. En ik denk dat hij... weer.
Oh, you fouled up that one, Peter, I think.
Ja.
Shall I try a piece of luncheon meat?
Ja, try the meat, ja. Dit is ook iets wat ze in Engeland veel mee vissen met meat. Bij ons in België, of ik denk zelfs in het kleine Europa, Benelux, minder bekend. Maar het is zeker het proberen waard. En ik ga er mij ook eens mee bezighouden. Ik ben er vandaag een beetje mee bezig geweest. Maar nog niet echt van overtuigd. Maar ja, 1 dag zegt niet veel. Maar het is ook het vertrouwen dat je moet hebben in je aas. En het is ook een zwaar aas. Dus het blijft goed op de bodem. Ook bij winderig weer. Nu vandaag hebben we minder last van wind. Allee, buiten dan deze voormiddag. Maar nu is de wind een beetje gaan liggen. Dus
Normally the meat in England, the bites are very, very fierce. It's like, whew.
straight down.
Yeah, straight down.
But it's also because it's a heavy.
Yeah, it's just a great bait for even, I've had big weights of bream, skimmers. Oh, I just looked at you, Peter. Yeah, obviously it's more difficult because obviously in this venue they never see it. But I think if it was used, it would be amazing.
Yeah. And it's also not an expensive.
No.
It's like corn.
Yeah, very similar. And you can fish corn and meat together, you know, or meat and pellets. It's just a nice, versatile bait.
Ja, het is echt vandaag een hele rare dag. Want zeker de mensen die de vijver kennen hier, zeker als je alleen zit en hoe later de sessie vordert, komt de vis echt in de kant en krijgen we die grote exemplaren. En dat hebben we vandaag, spijtig genoeg en zeker voor Des, nog niet gezien. Want zoals we zeggen hier in België, dan is het kermis zo de laatste 2-3 uurtjes. En dan wordt ook de grote exemplaren gevangen, die zorgen voor de kilo's in de netten en die zorgen voor een mooi eindresultaat tijdens de wedstrijd. Dus
I think the small ones are back.
er is vis aanwezig op de stek, maar iets te klein en zoals Des zegt, van zodra je de bubbels ziet, dan weet je dat
Maybe
ook de
not
grotere
that
vis...
small, Peter.
Ja.
3 kilos small.
We will look, hè.
Yeah, it's a good fish.
Ook de actie van de stok is enorm. Ja.
Beautiful fish, that.
Ja. Weer een vis van een 3 kilo, misschien 3,5.
Oh.
De edge is ook, zoals u ziet, voorzien van het Pula systeem direct, waar u ook dikke elastieken in krijgt tot gemakkelijk 4 mm, dus de ideale kantstok zou ik zeggen.
We can catch one more before we finish. Nice big piece of corn back on.
Zoals u ziet, deze was gevangen met meat.
So that is 1 tin of corn in the time we've been filming. Even with that little pot, it's surprising how much bait you actually put in.
Ook de dobber die Des gebruikt is de Dynamite Inline. En zoals hij zei daarnet, het is een heel stabiele dobber. Ook oersterk. Het is een inline, dus bijna onbreekbaar. Een zeer dikke antenne, dus zeer zichtbaar. En heel stabiel. En zeker als je vist met zwaarder aas, zoals meat, maïs. Dus in feite de ideale dobber voor deze visserij. Het is een 4x14, dus een 0,4 gram. Sommigen verkiezen een lichtere dobber, maar als je vist met zwaarder aas is dit zeker geen optie. Dus mag je gerust naar een 4.14 of 4.16 gaan. En dan zeker als je vist op zwaardere karpers, ga je altijd mooie aanbeten zien. Dus,
I think them little fish are, some of them little fish will be eating quite a lot of the corn, you know. Oh, look at him! I'll see if I can see him. Oh,
look
yes,
at that!
Peter. Mugging. Bit of mugging. Always the bigger fish. The mugging ones. This is nice because you've got so much strength in the top here. know.
Ja, ja. Prachtige vis. Lovely fish.
Tank. Yes. That is a good fish to finish this day off,
Ja.
Peter, I think.
Ik denk het ook dat we hier wel de sessie mooi kunnen afsluiten. Ik ga ook nog proberen enkele visjes te vangen. Ik denk Des ook, maar ik denk dat zijn trip in België wel een beetje geslaagd is.
Oh, Peter.
Woe!
Sorry, man. That's like a McDonald's burger, that one. I'll hold him up, he's lovely. Well, listen,
Yeah.
thank you for a wonderful day.
You also thank you for visit to Belgium.
Thank you for everybody at Belgium, because I get, you know, it's a fantastic country and fantastic fishing. What a great part to finish this day off here on this wonderful fishery in Belgium. So thank you very much, Peter,
You also.
and enjoy your fishing, everybody.
Ja. En vergeet u niet in te schrijven, eventueel op ons YouTube kanaal. Kan je nog meer van deze fantastische filmpjes zien en Des volgen. Dus jongens, succes ermee.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now you're covered in slime.